Christmas coming on the higher. Get your spirits up, let the bells shine.
Ooh la la. Got chicken. We got prawns. We got some leftover veg. Got pune. Got parve. Whatever this is, I don't know what that is.
Dosla.
Fishy.
Fishy.
Mommy. And look who's the guest.
Hey, why you put so much for me?
Say a few wise words.
Bhagavan.
Okay, now like you're in the background.
Come to the foreground.
One happy family, okay. So I didn't really vlog anything much today, but we are going to provide for you good content. So today's topic on our podcast is
romance and the love languages.
Kadal Mori. It just feels like nowadays couples are very overly attached to each other. Don't you think so? I've been thinking about it also.
Like physically,
Yeah, emotionally also. That's why like sometimes the breakup like a bit. Like some of them like
You mean like they get attached really fast, so that
yeah,
it's hard
something
to
like that.
break? They like advance like very early on.
Nah, like things escalate pretty quickly nowadays, honestly.
well, then they can't even sustain it in the long run.
I mean sometimes they do, right?
Just like on the quick gratification, and then after that they forget about it.
Define quick gratification, please.
They just want their needs to be fulfilled instantly, then they forget to explore a relationship properly. They just dive into it way too soon.
So could I assume that you're saying that nowadays relationships are highly materialistic in nature?
Maybe it just progresses too quickly.
I mean, back in like our parents' time, it was like what people have to date 5 years or that kind of thing. Now it's like dating is like what 6 months and then boom.
Yeah. What do you even know about the? I feel like that's such a short time. You don't even know. Have you really seen that person?
Honestly, we never even we didn't actually date, but I was undercover dating you.
So what would you say?
No,
like it's a
I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what's called undercover, right?
You're
Okay.
inventing all these nonsense.
would you care to define what is undercover dating?
That means when the other person don't know that you just getting to know that person.
So how many years would you say like you have to be together until like you move on?
Move on to what?
Like boyfriend girlfriend.
To move on from boyfriend girlfriend.
No, from dating to boyfriend girlfriend.
I won't say years lah. Maybe like 6 months or something.
But I didn't even know I was dating you.
Yeah, like, that's why I say we never really had an official date. It was like unofficial. I honestly think it really depends lah. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you all must be. If you all vibe each other and find out,
Yeah, exactly.
then it's okay lah. But like I mean, maybe take it slow lah. I mean, sometimes I think maybe for teens nowadays it's like maybe they sometimes also like FOMO also, because like you see like your friends, everyone's in a relationship, you want to get, you want to feel what it is. You know, they talk about them having sex, this kind of stuff, then you also want to get into that kind of stuff.
But at the same time, like you need to find that person. You can't just force it on a random person just because like you want him at the moment.
Exactly. That's why
I
I said they want the quick gratification.
I think like sometimes also now it's just
Linked.
it's just it's just easier to do it like compared to last time. Like last time it's like very hard to do that. Even in sexuality, so many people identifying as bisexuals and all. I'm not judging this time. I seriously wonder why is it that suddenly now we have an uptrend of like everyone identifying as such.
I feel like they want to try out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like people want
they
to
don't know
explore.
whether
Very,
that's them.
it's very
Then
explore.
the label for that is bi-curious, not bisexual.
Oh,
Yes.
learning new facts every day.
And sometimes they try already, then they feel like they vibe better with their own sex compared to the others. Like I know somebody who's like this.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing. It's just our government will never allow same-sex marriage, sadly.
But it's like more common, especially in like my age.
I say what, LGBTQ or yeah, for sure lah. Because nowadays people are not as last time there was a lot of
What?
stigma. What?
Saw something fly.
I did also, yeah. Last time like I think last time it's like there was a lot of stigma against LGBTQ and all, like you had to be very silent about this. Like if you're gonna come out then like people are gonna be like look at you in a different way. But now it's like
now
I
it's
think
so
our
much more free.
it's better, like you can really do it like open, like it's more you don't have to go and you don't have to be like what like a do it like secrecy, that kind of thing.
There's even movies made about it.
Yeah. But I mean of course you have media censorship here and there in certain countries lah.
So what's like one solid advice for someone who's just stepping into a relationship? You.
Take
I
your
think-
time to know the person. Don't rush into things. That's what I would say. In summary, take your time to know the person.
Until like was there like a point where like you felt like that moment like, oh okay, I know this person well enough already.
I think the most important thing is that you get along with the person well and you can understand their likes and dislikes, like what pleases them, what ticks them off. And
So like it's supposed to feel natural, like you wouldn't
feel natural and you can be yourself like 100%.
Oh yeah, actually that's a very good point. I think sometimes in some relationships like
Sometimes
because-
even in relationships people don't show their true selves. They hide a certain portion of themselves.
let's keep it as that like one of the main things. Like if you can be yourself with this other person in the relationship, I think it's a good sign lah.
Yeah.
Then just make sure to look for like red flags and all, like if he's possessive, jealousy, try to look out for signs like this.
like early on in the
Yeah, try to see. I mean certain things you can't really see early on. Some people mask it very well. It's like only when you are fully committed then it comes out. It's like then you like
That's so scary.
so there's
And
like
you have to also see the other side of a person. Like in the early stages, you probably only see their happy-go-lucky side.
Yeah.
You don't know how they'll react in certain
Like at their
situations that
worst.
puts them at a
Yeah.
tough spot.
those are the real tests lah. I mean I think for guys wise, I think like if any of you all are hearing this, is like if when we go NS, I think that'll be a big test. If like you can your relationship can survive that period, then I think it's quite a good way. Because sometimes your partner maybe will feel like you're gone, then they get lonely, or then they meet somebody else, and then they go gravitate towards that person. It happens. It's really a test. That's a really good test.
That's the loyalty test.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I have one more question.
So
How would you like what advice would you give to someone who like just broke up or like can't get past a bad relationship, like example cheating, like you find out that the partner cheated and maybe they're like really affected by like what do you think would help them recover from that? I'm a therapist here. In my age group in general, I feel like it's quite common.
this is
So you can take advice from these old people.
Hey.
apa lah sia. I think this is kind of difficult to answer, but I think it's a lot. Is time lah. Time is the one that will heal everything. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you like, hey, you need to go and get in a new relationship. I mean,
I
no.
would think it's time also.
Yeah,
It's
just
hard to get out of it.
maybe if you see, just do a lot of reflection, see what went wrong.
Maybe
I mean, obviously, sometimes maybe if it's really, I mean, like for example, if the person cheated, then maybe we can think. Or maybe I'm not saying that the person was right to cheat, but like maybe think like, was there something you could have done better? Like, what was it that in the relationship that triggered that? Like, I mean, you can think about that, but please, like, don't rush into it. Don't go into like rebounds and all, one night stands and all. I mean, you can do it, but I feel like it's a very temporary solution. You need to look at like the
Yeah.
proper thing. Like, really get over it. I don't know. Do some self. Go and have a lot of me time. Go and heal from it. But I know sometimes, like, even if you go to like the next relationship, you will still have the baggage from the old one, that kind of stuff. So like, try to manage it lah. Honestly, slowly like unload. But this is where your distractions come. Try to do hobbies. Go and engage in something new. Like, really like give yourself a challenge. Like, hey, I want to, like, for example, run. I want to do this. Like, go and run a marathon, and you just train, and then you really focus on it. So you can block out the negativity. That's one way to go about it. But everybody has their own way, coping mechanisms. So it's about finding out what works best for you. Because there's no one fit all strategy for this kind of stuff. What? Fun? Oh, is it good or y'all laugh? Yeah.
It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think my take is like, also completely don't like give up on love. You know, some people say, oh, after this, I want to be single forever. I mean, you can, but like, just have that little glimmer of hope. Your mirror might come to you. But yeah, I think that will be a conclusion from us today on Love Podcast. Let us know if you like us to talk about more topics.
Yeah,
in the
maybe
future.
give us
Actually, that's not
suggestions.
bad.
Yeah, it
It got
was-
better towards the
Yeah, the start of the whole love part was
You went from
I think
0 to 100.
I think you can
But if you want us to talk about like other topics and whatnot, you can leave them in the
ask your
comments.
relative review topics. We go on Christmas, then we interview. What topics to talk in your vlog?
Or like just DM me on Insta or something.
Do people do that actually?
I genuinely be getting like DM.
Really?
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Or what they tell you?
They like saw my braces video and stuff, you know, or like strangers on message me like, hi, can you like explain more about the braces?
Okay, that's
I was
nice.
like,
That's nice.
"Oh."
That's good. That's good.
Dentist, sir.
But yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 19.
19 already?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So this man's gonna watch the World Cup later. So bye.
Bye.